Okay, fun fact about me, I'm a really big horror movie buff, so whenever I think of, hey, want to play a game, I usually think of the Saw franchise, which I still haven't seen Spiral yet. However, that's exactly what came to mind when I saw that Atmos pretty much offered people the chance to win a pair of the Nike SB Dunk Low P-Rod What The by playing a game. Now, this isn't a sadistic game. It's just a game of bingo. And to me, when I saw the rules laid out on Twitter, I thought, that's a really good way to ensure that, the people acquiring the sneaker are fans of Atmos, fans of P-Rod, and just fans of skateboard culture in itself. I saw zero issue with it. I knew it would bring out the reality that a lot of people don't read a thing on the internet. So shout out to Atmos for giving us a laugh on Twitter. But some people were upset and angered by, the company choosing to market and release the shoe this way, or I should say go to market this way with the sneaker. So let's just talk about that. I am curious your thoughts, but let's be very clear. I have zero issue with how they chose to release or give people a chance to acquire the Nike SB Dunk Low P-Rod What The, because truth be told, if you're a diehard P-Rod fan or you've been in the skateboard culture for forever, I think this was specifically for you, and I'm happy for you. Okay, so you may be thinking like, who in the hell is P-Rod? I don't get it. What's the fuss all about? Okay, well, we're talking about Paul Rodriguez. He is a highly decorated professional skateboarder. So if you're thinking like, okay, what's so special about him? Well, winning 8 medals for X Games, like that's a pretty big deal. I mean, let's go back into your professional history. Have you won like 8 awards that like multiple people like all over the country have tried to participate in? If not, then let's just give the man his roses. Not to mention he's a really big part of Nike SB history, and I think that's what comes into play here. It's a long history with him and Nike SB, so they wanted to honor the man, and I think that's amazing. Listen, give people their roses while they're still alive and kicking. Don't wait until they're gone and then you're like, oh, we should commemorate something. No, let's just go ahead and do that now. So you have the Nike SB Dunk Low What The P-Rod, essentially. That's what we're just going to call it. What The Nike SB Dunk Low. Now, this isn't the first time that Nike and their skateboard line have featured a What The. I mean, if you look back at the actual Nike Dunk Low What The, which I've entered a raffle to try to win recently with Kicksology, I just didn't win, but I was very happy to enter for a chance to win. That sneaker is still one of the most coveted pairs of Nike Dunk Lows you can ever acquire. So now we see pretty much the same with the P-Rod What The, and I'll be honest, I feel like it's a beautiful, chaotic masterpiece of a sneaker, if that makes sense to you. Now, a What The sneaker is never going to be for everybody. There are some What The sneakers. I mean, I have one where it like, you look and you're like, what the? Okay, but it doesn't have like that insane what the factor. And I think that's what a What The sneaker is supposed to do. Like, it should really make people stop and stare and ask questions about every single panel and what really made up the sneaker. This shoe does just that. So Atmos announced on Instagram, head to our Twitter, play SB Bingo. So let's just go to their Twitter because this is what was really interesting to me. So Atmos USA or Atmos_USA is their Twitter account. It says, hashtag Atmos Collectors Club, play SB Bingo for a chance to purchase the Nike SB Dunk Low What The Paul releasing 5/22, which when you're viewing this, it is 5/22. And I know a lot is going on right now, but this was just kind of on my mind to talk about. So they're giving you a chance to enter. First off, I applaud Atmos for trying to combat bots. Now, I don't know that bots will be combated for this entire release, but I at least applaud them because you're going to have to be a human to play this game. You have to complete 4 bingo squares in a row to qualify for the Nike SB Dunk Low What The raffle. You must enter by 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Friday, 5/21. You would think, okay, what could go wrong? But nope, people saw problems with it.
With the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish in one.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ back with another video, Talks with TJ, aka TJ Two Shoes Change. Thank you so much again for tuning in. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you see, hit the like as well. If you're a brand new subscriber, and some of you let me know, you're like, hey, new sub gained or earned here, and I really appreciate it. I do my best to get back to all of you in the comments, so shout out to one of my most recent subscribers. He's like, what? You respond? I do my best to respond. YouTube will sometimes filter out certain comments, and I just may not see them because they accidentally think they're spam, just so you know. But I try to get back to as many comments as I can on my videos. And then Two-Stitch Crew, what's good? Hopefully you're all having an amazing weekend. I will not be at SneakerCon Dallas, as you can see. Well, I mean, I could have pre-filmed this, but I'm not at SneakerCon Dallas. I'm not there. I chose to rock the whole, Bay Area SneakerCon shirt. I'm not there. If you're there, hopefully you're having an amazing time. You get to meet people and do everything that y'all do at sneaker conventions. I'm not there, but really, please enjoy yourself. We're talking about the Nike SB Dunk Low P-Rod what though, or I'm just, whatever, it's going to interchange, okay? Point is, Atmos decided to take, I think, a fun approach to, allowing people the chance to win, but it was based on, like, your fandom for the brand in itself, and then Nike SB, P-Rod. I mean, I loved it. I have zero problem with it. The people I think have a problem with this is those that can't actually fill out a full bingo row. And you're probably upset because that also means you don't have a chance to flip this sneaker if that was your true intention. Like, as we like to say, let's keep it a buck, as everybody always wants to say, if you're upset about this, you probably can't profit off of this, and that's what you're mad about. Now, would I be able to complete all these squares? No, because I'm not like a P-Rod fan like that. Have I played skateboarding games? Absolutely. Now, I was more of the Tony Hawk fan. Just throw that out there. Every Tony Hawk game that came out, I had it. I played it, okay? Absolutely loved it. This was really dedicated to the P-Rod fan, so shout out to all of you. So, let's take a look here. Here are the rules to enter, which, again, it proved a lot of you can't read. Number 1, you must be following Atmos on Twitter. Number 2, attach 4 photos to your tweet. All photos must have a piece of paper that reads hashtag Atmos Collectors Club and your Twitter handle. They also provided you an example of what this was supposed to look like. People still are not going to follow that, trust me. Your tweet must include your shoe size and hashtag Atmos Collectors Club. Again, an example photo. They said, let the games begin. That was really what made me think of Saw. They said, let the games begin. But all right, so let's take a look. First off, it's a cool box. It's an Atmos bingo box. And so, again, you could fulfill the bingo squares by either going vertically, you could go horizontal, or you could even go diagonal. And that would really mean diagonal, people. Like, it's not like all this. No, it's like just straight across, okay? So, here's the very first row. We're just going to go vertically. Okay, Air Jordan 1, Silver Box SB, Atmos Apparel, full setup skateboard. See, I couldn't participate in that. I have an Air Jordan 1. I don't have a Silver Box SB. I don't have Atmos Apparel. I don't have a full skateboard. I have a deck. I don't have a full skateboard setup. Pink Box SB, any SB Dunk, High, Orange Box SB, Black Box. Now, I'm trying to look. Right now, I could do any SB, okay? I have this one. And again, I'm not some diehard Nike SB Dunk fan. I have a High, right? So some of these things I could actively participate in, not all of them. And I think this was meant for somebody, like, if you could participate in all of these and fill out an actual bingo board, this was meant for you. P-Rod shoe, P-Rod shoe, P-Rod shoe, P-Rod shoe. Pretty much one of the entire rows is just P-Rod shoes or columns. So if you got those, you could easily fulfill that. And he's done a number of releases via Nike SB. Then you have Atmos Apparel, any SB Dunk Low, Blue Box SB, Gold Box SB. And then, of course, like, you could go and look, and I'll have a picture up here so you guys can see it. But if you were able to complete a column, a row, or go diagonal, you were entered in this raffle for a chance to win. Of course, you have people upset about the time restraint that was put on there. What about those of us at work? Okay, they can't account for everybody, okay? Everybody's schedule is not going to be taken into account for everything. You have to step outside yourself and get past that. Nike doesn't care when they release sneakers at 10 a.m. Eastern time on a Saturday that some people don't have access to a phone if they're already at work at that time, or people just aren't available at that time. They can't acquiesce to everybody, okay? So some people upset about the time. I don't know what to tell you. Others were upset because they couldn't fulfill, like, I don't have a P-Rod shoe. You need to change the board. What? You don't have any P-Rod shoes, but you want a Nike SB Dunk Low P-Rod. What the? Make that make sense to me. That's what the whole shoe is centered around. And I don't know that I can find the diagram that pointed out every little panel on the shoe and what it came from, like what P-Rod it came from. I thought it was an amazing breakdown because that's essentially what you will need to fully capture everything that's available in this sneaker. But you had people that, I mean, when I tell you with ease, they had, they filled out an entire row. I remember one, I saw a tweet, it was the very first column. He had the Jordan 1, he had a silver box SB, Atmos apparel, full setup skateboard. He followed all the rules, and that's all that was needed, okay? Just follow the rules, and people just couldn't do this. Past the illiteracy when it comes to that. Like, past that, let's move past that. Why the frustration over Atmos choosing to release a sneaker this way? Choosing to give people a chance? I want the logic behind it. If you think it's anything other than just they don't, the resale, because some people felt that like it was gatekeeping, but a business has the right to go to market how they want to go to business or go to market. They weren't entrenching on anyone's civil liberties. They didn't pretty much prevent you from entering this based on like religion, race, or nationality. Like that wasn't done. If you were able to fill out a board, you had a chance to enter. If you couldn't enter. I don't see a problem with whining over that. Those are just my sentiments, okay? For all the P-Rod fans out there, and that means you are a huge fan probably of this man and everything he's done in the skateboarding world. Awesome, especially for Nike SB. I mean, think about it. Nike SB is not always what it was, okay? They had to fully tap into sneaker culture or skateboard culture to grow it to where it is. Now, a lot of it is propped up on hype right now. I'll be honest with you, it is. But allow some things to just be fun in the moment, and there's a lot of excitement right now around this sneaker. But people in their feelings about how this went down, some people might just think, oh, it's just a sneaker. They shouldn't put all these hoops and hurdles for us to jump through and jump over. Okay, but like for a lot of people in the culture, like myself, depending on what shoe it is, it's more than just a sneaker. Like for so many of us, there are stories tied behind shoes that mean something. And we as humans, we want to connect with someone else. And how do we connect? We all connect by telling our story. Your life is a living story. It's just not done yet because you're still alive. You're not dead. You're watching this video. It means you're still alive. Your story is still going. The story of P-Rod and his professional career as a skateboarder, I'm sure in some way that touches someone, probably based on his heritage as well, in this space. So I'm never the person that, oh, it's just a sneaker. We could say a lot of things are just a lot of things, but that honestly devalues the meaning of what that could be. You tell a great story, it ups the value of something. Now, the value of what it means to somebody. I don't care about the value of it on the secondary market. If people want this shoe to wear and enjoy, I'm extremely happy about that. So please sound off in the comments. What are your thoughts about how Atmos chose to offer people the chance to enter this raffle based on them playing bingo and successfully getting a column, a row, or being able to hit diagonal? Support this. Really interested in your thoughts. Thanks so much for tuning in to this super random video. I can't complete the square, so good luck to everybody that can. When it comes to other shoes that are coming out right now, the women's OG Jordan and Coconut Milk, that's what I'm really going for on Monday. So if I hit, I'll give you guys an update. If not, Hunger Kicks has struck again. Thanks so much. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.